Hello and welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. So, hidden crypto gem, 100x potential maybe. Now we're going to be talking about Tectum coin, which the more I think about that, the more I was thinking that if you were someone who's going to create a shitty meme coin or something like that, then you could quite easily call it Rectum coin, which would be a scammer's dream, I would imagine. You imagine you're creating a coin. The only thing is though, is that I don't really know how clickbaity a title you can make it other than Rectum pumped hard today, which I'm not sure would be an appropriate one on a YouTube thumbnail, maybe more an adult website, but there we are. Rectum pumped hard today. That's be an interesting title, that, wouldn't it? So we've been looking at this coin for a couple of weeks now, and I thought it was a good time to share some thoughts. So let's take a look at Tectum. Again, do not confuse that with Rectum. So Tectum, the fastest blockchain for all industries. Tectum is the world's fastest blockchain, a lightning-fast distributed ledger powering the superconductive digital financial environment of the future. Now, we do get a claim, don't we, on a lot of these cryptocurrency websites that they are the fastest, the world's fastest this, the world's fastest that. So it's all about backing that up, essentially. As you know, I've spoken about Casper numerous times, and you know that how fast that is. So blockchain, it exceeds 1 million TPS and provides instant event status delivery and ownership updates. I mean, that does sound ludicrously fast. So soft note, the transactionless payment system for our new superconductive digital environment, a crypto wallet, instantly transfer and convert crypto for a fraction of the cost of conventional networks. Well, that's always going to be a good thing. And it's got a flexible, scalable, and completely secure solution for online user authentication, which I think is really good. And then if we go further down, so the fastest blockchain, the Tectum blockchain exceeds 1 million transactions per second using the proprietary proof of utility consensus. So this makes Tectum the perfect solution as an overlay network for numerous blockchain systems, such as Bitcoin. So it gives you an example here of other tokens, such as Ripple. They have a 1500 TPS. Avalanche at 4,500. Cardano, 1,066. It's also got IOTA in there at 1,500. Bitcoin is as low as 7 and Ethereum at 25. So Tectum a million is obviously ludicrously fast. Crypto solutions for businesses. The soft note is the first ever transactionless product with an instant payment zero fee processing for an end user. The software has physical cash elements. For example, a Bitcoin soft note bill can be printed on paper, does not require a confirmation from the Bitcoin network, incurs no fees, and has no geographical boundaries, which I think is important to keep with the general ethos of what crypto was supposed to be. Therefore, the soft note can be used person to person, sent over any messenger application as a picture, file, or sent by wallet to wallet. A soft note is secured by a password, rendering it useless to an unauthorized possessor, which again I think is really key. I think that'd be a very useful thing to have. X factor authentication, but again, you can have a look at the website yourself. It's got its roadmap there. I suggest you go and have a good flick through that because it is quite an interesting one. So about Tectum. So Tectum was developed by Crisp Mind. It's a Chicago-based software development firm with decades of combined experience and a focus, and I have to move my head out the way, on quality, cost effectiveness, and customer ease of use. We leverage the expertise of a top-notch team of international developers who have created breakthrough software platforms for secure messaging, user authentication, blockchain and distributed ledgers, cryptocurrency, and much more. Our solutions have found applications with a number of key clients, ranging from government organizations to individual customers, and we pride ourselves on providing all of our clients with the highest levels of quality, reliability, and cost effectiveness. Innovation drives achievement, and at Crisp Mind, we're committed to producing unique solutions to today's most complex problems. You can also check out the team. So the team is here. They are all doxed, so you can go and check their LinkedIns, their Twitters, their Instagrams, their OnlyFans, if they've got one of them, who knows. But you can go and you can have a good check through all these. It is interesting. The team's quite big, and obviously it's growing all the time. This does interest me quite a bit. Like I said, so to add a new crypto to my portfolio right now is difficult because I have the range that I want, and I'm just DCAing into those religiously. But it is interesting. And then we'll look at partners. So partners, our technology partners provide expertise, resources, and technological solutions that Tectum use to improve its operations and create new products. Now, there's a few here. You can go through all these yourself. There's no sort of standout, blow your mind Google kind of level, but they all do have kind of unique use cases. So it is interesting to go and have a little flick through these. There's business partners as well. You can flick through those: PinkSale, Rocket X, QuanChain, SDEX. Have a good look, see what you think. They've got media partners now. So they've got Zealy, Merkle, the Market Periodical. But it does give you an option to partner with them. And I'll touch on that when I go into tokenomics a little bit, because I'm always a little bit wary of these kind of things. But like I said, we'll touch on it when we get to the tokenomics section. They've got a frequently asked questions section. Now, this is pretty big. So, I'm not going to sit there and go through every single one, because I don't want to bore you to death, because there is a lot here. But you can flick through, and, if you do have any questions about Technum, get them in the comments as well, because there's bound to be some people who actually have Technum in our subscriber network, and they're bound to be able to talk to you a bit more about that on their point of view. I obviously want to hear all of the bullish news that people have got about Technum. I also want to hear the bearish news, because I like to have a good balance. I like it to be more objective, so we can have a good idea, and we can make sort of decisions together and sort of see what we think's what's what, and if things are good or bad. So I would suggest that if you get the opportunity to come and have a little flick through the frequently asked questions. So tokenomics is what we're going to talk about now. So as I said before, they have like an ambassador type program, like you can partner with them essentially. The tokenomics I'm just not over the moon with the tokenomics. Okay, so 15% was a private sale. So how many people got this at a very good price and are holding it, waiting for that element to then dump on the market? The team only got 10%, which is okay. But also 10% went to the market and ecosystem and VCs. Now, I'm wondering whether this market and ecosystem is paying a lot of maybe YouTubers, high-level X.com threads, things like that, to market the project. I know that it's good to have a marketing budget. It's good to do things like that. It will always help get eyeballs onto a project, which ultimately will help. It will drive adoption. It will get the price higher. My biggest concern always with anything is that if there's a lot of tokens sat in a various amount of wallets, held by teams, held by very, very early investors, then that price is gonna get to a certain level and dump. So I think that you'd have to try and sell your tokens before they do, just before they do, and you have to kind of time it right, which that always concerns me a little bit. But in crypto, a lot of cryptos like that, so we do have to kind of factor that in. This is what I've been saying about XRP. That meant there's so many people who have probably had that token for so long, waiting for it to hit that $3 mark just so they can get out. I'm not saying XRP is terrible. It's just I can just see a big sell-off from that when it hits reasonable levels of price. So 20% is going to staking and nodes, 10% to development, 5% to seed sale, 5% to service providers, 2% liquidity, 10% liquidity to CEXs and things like that. And then it gives you kind of like a breakdown, what was unlocked at launch, things like that. Yeah, it's not awful. I'm not over the moon with it. This gives you an idea of the supply schedule. Obviously, feel free to flick through that. Then we'll look at the actual price and things like that, and whether, obviously, ultimately, the thing that I think most people are wanting to know is, are we looking at 100x gem here? So are we? Now this is interesting. So Technum currently is priced at $9.94. I'm fine with that. It's a reasonable price. We'll bring up the chart. The 24-hour chart looks okay, but crypto is a little bit down today anyway. Its max chart actually looks quite nice. I don't mind this max chart at all. Could this do good things? I think it can. I'm happy with that chart. It's not been out massively long. Its all-time high hit $16.98. That was 4 months ago in July. And its all-time low was only a month ago in October at $3.05. So for it to get to a 10x, which will be $99, you would only need a $500 million market cap. Now, what I really like about this is its market cap is very low. 50 million is low. I'm more than happy to suggest that this could be a goer. So 50 million now, 500 million later. So then to get to your 100x, you're looking at a $5 billion market cap. I think that could do that. I think that could do that because I'm of the opinion that during this next bull run, we're going to see the biggest amount of money that's ever been into crypto in the space coming in this 2025 bull run. I think it's going to eclipse 2021. And I also have my doubts about 2030, 2028, 2030 kind of being as volatile and as ultimately as profitable as this bull run we're having now. I think this is the last kind of semi-unregulated, wild west kind of bull run, and I'm excited for that because I do honestly think that it might give us that one last chance of kind of, you know, maybe generational wealth is too strong a word, you know, depending on what your budget is, but there'll be a few people who've got enough in now to probably get generational wealth, but just to become wealthy enough to get out of the 9 to 5, to live a life basically. And, you know, could this do that? Could this go on to then get, you know, towards $1,000 a coin? Who knows? But yeah, I generally think 100x is not beyond the realms of possibility for this. Will I be buying it? I need to look more into it, but I don't think 100x is that unachievable for it. From the looking at that I've done, yeah, no, I think that'd be fine. I think 100x could be absolutely fine. So, what do you think of Tectum anyway? I really want to know what you guys think of Tectum. Please, obviously, get that in the comments because it is interesting to start that discussion, so we can, you know, see some of the good, see some of the bad, and then ultimately make a decision based on weighing up the pros and cons, which is how I like to normally do things, particularly in crypto. I prefer to have that unbiased approach. You know, I don't really want to be. I'm never going to be a shiller or anything like that. But it is an interesting project. I'm glad it was brought to my attention. I think Games for a Living, one of my subscribers, or not a subscriber, but a commenter at least, obviously big into GFAL, has also spoke about this token as well. So, yeah, I'm fine with it. If you enjoyed this video, please smash a like onto that. I always appreciate when you guys do that. Subscriber-wise, well, like I said before, we've cleared 1,700 now. We're closing in on hopefully that 1,800 subscriber mark very soon, and we're hoping to hit 2,000 subscribers by Christmas Day. So that would be absolutely fantastic. So thank you to each and every one of you who have subscribed so far, wherever you are in the world, whatever you are doing. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing evening. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy and goodbye.